Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!
Soundboard.
Oh, very nice.
There's gonna be sound effects in this episode.
Whoa.
Welcome to Rainy Tuesdays. This is a podcast by friends for friends. I'm here with Ryan.
Hello.
And Adam.
Hello.
And I'm Margaux. Hi.
Hi, Margaux.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Doing good. Surprised by the sound effect board.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't know which one to start with. Felt like that one was goofy enough. Don't know if it was loud enough, but we might fix that in post. But this is coming out the day after Halloween. But boo, there's more.
Halloween.
Yeah, we'll spook you for one day longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys like going as anything for Halloween? Dressing up?
Unfortunately.
I always go as Captain America, which I probably talked about last year.
Yeah.
Which is great because it's an easy costume. I got it sophomore year of high school, and I've been going as that ever since. But this year, I've changed it up a little bit, and I've been going as cowboy because it's very easy and not all that different from what I normally wear.
Fair, yeah. And it's fun boots.
Exactly.
Fun
Boots.
hat.
I always wear jeans and a flannel, basically, in fall and winter.
You're basically
I add
a
boots
cowboy.
to that and a hat, and I'm done.
Yeah. There it is. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still hoping that at some point you'll go as Cowboy Captain America. Or Cowboy America. Not sure how that combo will work. But Esther said that last week and I haven't stopped wanting it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't think I'm dressing up. The costumes were discussed, but then it was like, but for why? And there's no why. Yeah.
That's fair.
I do think at some point I want to make Deirdre from Red Dragon Inn's dress, and be Deirdre. Yeah. Also because it's a pretty dress and I want it. But yeah, and a blue wig, so that'll be fun to own.
Yeah.
We're doing a fun thing today. Where we're playing everybody's favorite game, which is Cool or Bull.
Is it?
This is a very professional show.
Yeah. It's actually what made me think to do the soundboard is last time I said Cooler Bull and Adam and Joanna just didn't acknowledge me for like 30 seconds. Say it. We joked about getting crickets.
I mean, an appropriate reaction. I stand by what I did.
Oh my god. So this one's gonna be a little different. Last time we did it with just I think random words or like random things. I'm trying to decide if they were cool or bull. But this time I have situations that I wrote. And I'm excited.
I'm ready to be the arbiter of cool or not cool. Or a boo.
Ooh. It's themed. Oh my god. So these situations are two-parters. So I'll start and I'll give you the first part and we'll decide if the first part on its own is cool or bull. And then we'll see if the second part changes your mind about it.
Okay.
Right.
Twist endings. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The spookiest thing you could have. Alrighty. You're missing $50.
Boo.
Is bull?
Is that it? Oh, no.
Is that the whole...
Well, that's the first part.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Definitely not cool.
I think it's bull too. But it turns out a weasel stole it.
I mean...
It's a
I'm
call.
still thinking bull.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if a weasel stole $50 from me, I would be more okay with it than if a person stole $50 from me. You know?
It depends. Did
Little
the
weasel
weasel
heist.
pull off an elaborate weasel heist? A la
They must.
last episode. Hey, go watch it. Listen, watch.
It's a really
all the
fun
above.
episode.
This might be controversial, but I'd rather a human stole it. Like, what's the weasel gonna do? Go to the weasel market and spend the money?
The weasel has to provide for his weasel family with the weasel money.
The weasel could get.
He's gonna exchange it for weasel dollars.
Go to PetSmart and get those cute little shirts.
What is the USD to weasel money exchange?
Weasel money is very stable currency, so.
What if that takes care of a weasel and that weasel's family for the rest of their weasel lives?
They probably need less food and less space than humans. So I don't know how many kids weasels have.
Yeah, I don't know. It might change it to
colonies or something. I think weasels are social animals, so
they're really wiggly.
Yep, good way to describe them.
Just kind of wiggle places. Alrighty. Oh my god, have you seen a weasel when they get excited?
I have not.
They like freak out. Like it's like they're like short circuited. It's like they're in a cartoon and they put like a fork in a socket and it didn't kill them. It just made them jiggle a lot. They just like really, it's so cute when they get excited. They just start like jumping and like shaking, and they're like it's like they're overstimulated but like happy about it. They're cute,
like dogs do.
Yeah, kind of, but small and long.
Small. Like a slinky.
Alrighty, your tummy hurts. Cool or bull?
Bull. So far, many of these are like not great.
Well, it's spooky.
You got an F on the exam. Cool or bull?
I would say it's bull. My tummy hurts a lot, and it's super fun. But what if it helps you get out of a social engagement? How introverted are we?
Because that is good,
right?
But like, you could also just say that as an excuse without your stomach hurting.
Well, but your tummy does hurt. You're not a liar in this situation. What if you're like, hey, I'm so sorry. I can't go watch Miraculous with you, Margaux. My tummy hurts.
Okay, cool for that one.
Yeah, cool there.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think it's cool when it's like an appropriately timed stomach hurting. It's like, at least I got something good out of it, right? Like it changed it from like a, oh, that sucks, to like a, okay, we got it. What about you, Adam?
I don't know. I think I would feel a little bad to cancel last minute on a social engagement because I was sick.
Okay.
So I feel like in order to be
I feel like that's the one time you don't have to feel bad.
Yeah. I mean, you still sort of feel bad, but also. Like,
but if I have it's like something else happens, like I don't know, I have another commitment at the same time, and so I can't go to whatever it is. Like, then I would be like, well, bad luck. Sorry, it got scheduled at the same time.
Right.
But if it's like, oh, just can't go. Go have fun without me, I guess. I don't know. Like some FOMO, but also I'd be like if they were expecting me and there's not a lot of people, then I'd be like, oh, well, now I'm depriving them of some of the social because I wasn't able to go.
That's true. Yeah. Fair enough.
I guess it depends on the social engagement. If it's like a networking event, I'd be like, oh, thank God.
It's fine. It's really fine.
If it's like some friends have a game night, then I'd be sad.
That's fair. Anyway. All right. A shirt looks really good on you. Cool or boo?
Cool.
I think cool. I like it when it
seems like these have easy answers for the first.
But the fabric is a little itchy. Cool.
Yeah, I don't care how cool it looks. If I'm not comfortable, I'm not wearing it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the decider.
I feel like in high school I was a lot more lax about it, and I was like, yeah, this looks good on me. I'll put up with like a slight amount of discomfort for like the right look. Like if it looks like a really good outfit, but it's like a little itchy somewhere, or like a little tight, like okay. But like I feel like I'm at the point in my life now where I'm like, if it's not comfortable, I'm not wearing it. Like, period. Like all of like my dresses and everything's like that. They look better than just sweats, but they feel like sweats. Like they're not like uncomfortable fabrics at all, and it's wonderful. It's so good. Alrighty, a ghost is haunting you. Ooh,
Cool.
cool.
Yeah, I think cool.
Okay.
Gives me some good stories to tell and impress people. People always love hearing ghost stories.
That's true.
Um, I, for Ryan, it would turn you into a believer.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah.
For all of us, I feel like we all are varying levels of skeptics. Some usually more than me, but still skeptics.
Yeah.
I would like really, really need to be prove that it was a ghost. You know, I feel like it would take me a while to believe that it was a ghost. I was looking on the soundboard to see if there was a ghost.
Like a ghost whale
What?
or
Ooh. That sounded like a werewolf to me.
That sounds like a
personally.
werewolf.
That's
Yeah.
werewolf.
Ghost.
It's a werewolf ghost.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's a werewolf howl. Hang on. I guess that's more woofy.
That is
That's
more
long.
wolfy. Yeah,
More
it's
wolf,
a very
yeah.
long
It's
one.
really horny werewolf. But, yeah, I feel like you would need like I would need to like look at every other possibility before I possibly believed that it was a ghost. So I think it would just be Ghoul because I think I would be annoyed. But second part, they're really hot.
Extra cool.
Well, but do you get to see the ghost? I feel like most of the time ghosts are invisible.
Well,
You just have a
Not
specter,
necessarily.
a
Like
super
an
hot
apparition,
specter
yeah.
that just kind of hangs
yeah, it's
out.
a full body apparition, and it's hot.
I like the idea that you have like a ghost buddy, but you can't show him to anyone.
Oh
Like every
yeah.
time you try to show them, like, hey, I'm friends with a ghost, they just disappear.
Oh my god, guys. Okay. Side note, I have an app that I like a lot called Finch. And it's basically like to do task slash like bullet journal-y app type thing.
Mhm.
Like it's mostly just like an organization slash like try to like do things that you're planning on doing. But right now, basically you're like taking care of a penguin, and as you do tasks, like the penguin gains some energy to go on a little adventure for the day. You can like change where they're adventuring and stuff. But so right now, my little penguin is in Paris, but I'm gonna have to like really get up close. I got a little ghost buddy
Oh,
for Halloween, and it makes a little like
Cute.
I don't know if you heard that, but I'll put it next to the microphone. It makes a little like.
That was you.
No, that's my little ghosty friend.
I was gonna say that sounded like an ad.
Yeah.
I've seen a similar one. It's like I forget what it's called, but you're essentially you have a tree, and
Yeah.
like the more you do it, the more like your tree like grows, and if
Yeah.
you fail at it, your tree dies.
Right. When my sibling was going through like chemo treatment, water tastes like metal. Like that's like a big thing that happens with chemo. And so we were trying like everything we could to be like, you need to drink water. Water's so important. Like it's gonna help you feel a little bit better in this really hard time. And the best thing that my sibling found was there was an app that was like every glass of water that you drank, you would log it, and it would like water virtual plants to keep them alive. And it's just like a fun little thing. But yeah, I don't know. Cute apps that help you do good things in life are fun.
Yeah.
That's the take. They're
Always
cool,
fun to-
not cool. Anyway, I didn't pull up the cricket one fast enough for that. All right. Your job switches to the metaverse. Cool or cool?
Cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
I'm cool with that too. But you get a meta pizza party on Fridays.
They just give you like virtual pizza.
Yeah, that's what it
Isn't this
would
great?
be.
Employees
You're all at like the headsets, huddled around virtual pizza.
Seems like things got worse.
And there's like a bite out of it, but you get no satisfaction.
Yeah.
I think it's still kind of cool.
Yeah,
Still
definitely things got worse. Although I heard that Meta is pretty much killing Facebook, so
it is, and they're
at least
like,
it's a big drain on resources.
Yeah. The biggest problem with that right now is they don't have a way to like get users into Meta. Like, there's no reason for people to get headsets. They've got like all the infrastructure built for it, and like they have all these like things to do in it, but they don't have like the ability to be like, hey, normal person, you should get a headset and come join Meta. There's just no like incentive right now to do that.
Make it more fun.
Yeah.
Make like Ready Player One. Make it like a video game.
Or just like make it less creepy. Because I feel like everything I've seen about it is like creepy and not cool.
Yeah.
It's a weird like creepy and cringy. Like,
yeah.
have you seen like the Walmart land?
I haven't seen that, but I feel like every time I see it, it looks like kiddie. Like it looks like
it looks like the Mii's from games.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like, really shoddy graphics. Like we can do better than this.
Absolutely.
There are existing VR games that are better than this.
Yeah. And the legs were motion capture.
Yeah.
The audacity. Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys think like the Meta jobs will ever happen?
I think so.
Yeah? That's fair.
They put a lot of money into it, and they've got a lot of backers already.
Fair.
And I don't see them pulling out that money anytime soon. I know like Facebook is really like they had a really bad day at the stock market like 2 days ago.
Yeah. I saw a bunch of news articles about it.
And I think that's definitely going to scare some people, and they're probably going to scale back a little bit. But I think they're too much in like a money pit for them to like completely abandon.
Yeah.
And I think there definitely is a way for them to like make it profitable. But they really just need to like get like the devices in the hands of consumers and like get people onto it.
I think like I saw some people talking about like that they'd be more okay with it if it was AR instead of VR, which I think I somewhat agree with. But like, I don't know, every time I've ever tried VR, it's given me like such a splitting headache immediately that I cannot imagine like logging on for a full workday having to deal with that. And I cannot imagine that I'm alone in that. Because it's very much like a motion sickness kind of feeling. So like, I don't know.
And also, after a while, the headset is like sometimes quite heavy, and so you're like leaning your face forward. Yeah,
it's gotta be bad for your neck. Yeah,
especially like some of the games where like I talked about this like at the start of COVID, but I played Half-Life Alyx, and that game was a ton of fun. Best VR game to like exist.
Very cool.
But you have to stand up, and like I could only play that game for like 3 to 4 hour blocks because I was like, I need to sit down. Like,
absolutely.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, 100%.
And like, I guess like you could do it like sitting, but it is just interesting.
Yeah, it's weird, and I like obviously technology advancements are cool, and we like them, and they're fun, but some things don't need to be advanced.
Yeah,
you know, like. I don't know.
There are very few like technological advancements that's like, oh, that makes sense. This is better in every single way.
Right.
The last thing I can think of that like really was like that big and monumental was USB to like USB-C.
Oh, sure.
Because like USB-C is just better in every way. It can like have more power. It like transfers like data still. It's smaller. And whenever you plug it in, it doesn't have to have like a right way to plug it in.
Right.
So that's really nice.
That's the biggest one, is I don't have to go up. Put it back. Oh, man. Yeah. I don't know. Like, obviously, there's wonderful inventions that still happen every year, but like, I just don't think that VR workplaces are one of them. I think they're spooky. Speaking of spooky,
I was just gonna say a lot of times it just creates more problems than like what already exists. Like, from like when we went from wired headphones to wireless. Like wireless are nice, like you don't have the like cord, but also you have to charge them now and keep track of them, and they're a lot more expensive.
Yeah,
And
I'm
not
never
as
giving up my
replaceable.
wired earbuds.
Big wired fan over here.
I do like the
Right.
wireless. I can go into the kitchen and like
Totally.
work on
Still,
stuff
like,
and
talk,
still like
yeah.
listen to things, but
Yeah.
it's not worth the battery life versus wireless.
Yeah. Like, I think there are definitely instances in which wireless are a better option, 100%. But if I could only choose one, it would be wired.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Like working out.
Working
like
out,
that.
absolutely love wireless.
Yeah.
Or like
Maybe cooking, I could see.
cooking, I definitely use my wireless ones because then I can just like have my phone on the counter with like the recipe open, but I can go and like grab all the ingredients and like I don't have to like take my phone out of my pocket to like see the thing. It's just like there, ready, and I can move.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
great.
but like my girlfriend, when we call, her AirPods like start
Yeah.
dying like during our conversation, and so she'll get like her voice will get farther and farther away, and then it'll just start cutting out. And it makes for a rough time.
You told us that a few weeks ago, and then like a few days after that, I called Esther, and it like the same thing happened to her, and I was like, I know what this is now. You should switch out of those headphones because you're so far away.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Funky little time. Oh, I had one friend who, whenever he used his wireless headphones, if they were dying, he would start sounding like a really scary robot. Like it would just get like, I'm like, okay, stop. Alrighty. The world becomes a musical. Cool, boo.
Cool. That
I
sounds
think
fun.
it'd be cool for a while.
Yeah.
I
I
mean-
think I would be bull about it.
I guess it depends. Like if I guess like musical versus an opera. Like is everything just song now,
Good
or is
point.
it people just break out into song?
Yeah,
I think musical.
breaking out in song.
Yeah.
would be
Okay.
You still have normal conversation.
You can talk,
But then
but
occasionally
it has to
a
set up a
musical
song.
too. Yes.
Or is it a musical like Les Mis, where the entire time, like they'll be having conversations, but they're still singing?
24601. Oh my god.
We are having a conversation.
God. Well, the world becomes a musical, but it's cats.
Boo.
And we all have to
The
wear
world already
weird-
doesn't make sense. We don't need more of it.
Although I do like the idea that cats are animal friends
Yeah.
live in a world that's a musical, but our human world is exactly the same. So like
That's funny.
stray cats might occasionally break into song and dance, and humans would be like, "Oh, what's over there?"
Show us their
Interesting.
buttholes a
Moving
lot.
on.
It's a huge part of Cats the Musical.
Just like walk around your apartment and
You're
your
like, here it is.
your pet cat is just breaking out into a solo. That's great.
Yeah. Do you guys like, because I know some people are very opinionated about this, do you guys like really vocal cats and dogs, or do you like it when they're quiet?
I like quiet.
Quiet,
Mm-hmm.
quiet dogs especially.
Yeah.
I'm really not a fan of yappy dogs, but cats is somewhat more endearing of them just meowing all the time.
Please.
But I think it could get annoying as well. I have had less experience with cats, so
Fair. I like it when either animal is generally quiet but responds when you're talking to them, which means like when you're doing your little baby voice to animals, which everyone must do. And you're like, hey buddy, how you doing? And then they respond to that. And then you're like, yes, you know I'm talking to you. Oh man. That's cute. That's cool. My cat's fast asleep. All right. Jurassic Park is real. Cool or cool?
very cool.
Cool.
Super cool.
That sounds fun. I'd go to Jurassic Park for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah. But then we're the ones trapped in Jurassic Park.
I'd
it's
say
still
still
cool.
cool.
Yeah, that's absolutely, that's like cooler to me.
That's a fun way to die.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I was thinking too.
I was thinking I would love to befriend the dinosaurs.
Oh, well, that too. I
Yeah,
think
which
it's more
once again,
likely we'd get eaten, but
yeah,
that's fine.
I will fully admit it to anyone and everyone that my toxic trait is thinking that I could get any wild animal to fall in love with me and like be my bestie. But I think I could do it. I do have like the little dinosaur from the Jurassic Park cartoon. This is Bumpy because he's got uneven little bumps on his head.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Would love it. 10 out of 10. Please make Jurassic Park. That's a technological advancement that you should make, scientists. Like all of the scientists listening to this podcast. That one would be neat. Anyway, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Cool or boo?
Great movie.
Boo.
You don't like it?
I think it's pretty cool.
Interesting.
You don't like The Night Before Christmas?
No.
What?
I've only seen it. The first time I saw it was last year.
It's bad.
What?
I don't think so.
What's bad about it?
It's just like, who is it for? Like, what
It
are
is
they
like
doing?
a weird. Well, it's weird, but also good because you can watch it twice. You can watch it at Halloween and you can watch it
Right.
at Christmas time.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. This
Is a shocking opinion. You have a lot of shocking opinions. That's maybe one of your more shocking that I've ever heard.
my follow-up
what
is
don't
not
you like about
good
it?
now. My follow-up was, but you're watching it with someone who likes Nightmare Before Christmas.
I mean,
It's the worst.
Cool.
One for Christmas is not like my favorite movie, but it's still a really good
Oh,
movie.
I think it doesn't make sense because it's like there's not a genuinely good and or clear plot. And so you're just like, what are you doing? Like you're just rambling around in all these different worlds.
What do you mean?
And then
It's
and
him
then-
trying to figure out the meaning of Christmas.
Yeah.
it's like we don't have that. But like
It's a kids'
then-
movie. What? What?
But see, that's what you're saying. Is it's a kids movie, so it doesn't need to have a good plot. But one, I
I'm
disagree.
not saying it doesn't
Kids are
need to
smart.
have a good plot.
Two, it's too gross for kids. Like it's like everything going on is like icky.
Not any ickier than any Halloween decoration.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's cutesier Halloween decorations. Oogie Boogie with all his little buggies.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the
Nothing-
point.
Kids see real bugs.
It's not. There's no blood at all.
Yeah.
Blood is not the end all be all of icky.
I mean, there are icky parts, I suppose, but I don't think
Yeah.
it in a bad way.
Yeah.
It's not
I also
like
just
scary
disagree with
way.
you. But there definitely is a plot to the movie.
Gross. But it's like not like an interesting one. It's like, oh, I'm a Halloween boy, but Christmas boys exist? What's a Christmas boy? I simply don't know. Oh, now I know.
But he doesn't know
He
until
doesn't
the end.
know. Yeah.
That's the whole plot of him figuring out himself and what he's missing, and then thinking he's found it, but he never really understands
Hmm.
until the end.
I don't think it's a good movie. I was so excited because one of my friends recently started writing for her campus, which is like a big, I think at least nationwide. I don't know if it's an international one, but it's a big, nationwide college-aged female blog type thing.
Okay.
Where
Hand motion. Blog.
blog where basically like a lot of different college campuses in America like have a her campus like team, and they'll write all about things, some of them pop culture, some of them news, some of them like general advice for college age women. But she recently wrote like about like fall movies and like which ones like were good to watch, which ones like felt like the embodiment of fall, and which ones like were kind of stuff like that. And in it she wrote that like Nightmare Before Christmas wasn't for her, And I was like, this is the first time I have ever heard anybody else
that's
say
an
this.
extreme minority opinion.
I immediately texted her and I was like, I agree with you so hard. And we ranted about Nightmare Before Christmas for like 30 minutes.
I should clarify. Nightmare Before Christmas is fine. I think it's a good movie.
Yeah.
But I'm ardently defending it because one, I think you're wrong, but also it's my girlfriend's favorite movie of all time, so I'm contractually obligated.
I'm so sorry, dear girlfriend.
Yeah.
But I do think it's a good movie.
I think it is fine at best, and I think it's like the first movie that comes to my mind when I think of overrated movies. Like it is like the first one that darts there. And I think that's why I'm so against it, is because everyone I have ever met is like so gung-ho about it being this phenomenal movie. And I'm like, it's fine. Like,
I'm in like a mix between you two, because I agree with Adam of like, it's a fine movie. I thought it is a very good movie. I've only seen it once. I like knew it existed before that with like, just like it existing, and all the songs are pretty iconic. But I do sort of agree of like, it is a little overrated. Like some people go like really hard for it, and it's like, it's a good movie. I had
a coworker at my ice cream shop that I worked at that I never saw him without a Jack Skellington beanie on. Like he wore it every single shift. I also never saw him outside of the like place, so maybe it was just his uniform. Maybe he didn't wear it every day, but that was my assumption.
Yeah, I don't know. I sort of do agree it is a little overrated. I think it's good. I don't think it's bad.
Yeah. I think you can think it's overrated, but it's still also, I think, a good movie. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I think part of it could also be that like I had a lot of friends who really, really loved it in like middle school and high school. And so I saw it a ton throughout that time. And I think whenever you see something a ton that you're like not in love with, and you're just like, this is okay. Like you're not like, I hate this. You're just like, I don't love this. Whenever you see it all the time, and every single time that you watch it, everyone around you is like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. It starts to kind of get to like, okay, all right, I don't know.
Yeah.
I hate it. Like you get to that point.
I think maybe one of the reasons it's really liked is the animation's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like very impressive.
It is.
Yeah.
Work of art.
I do love seeing the behind the scenes.
Stop motion and everything.
Yeah. I feel like those pop up on like Instagram every now and then for me is like the tiny movement picture. Picture. This is my official apology though to Adam's girlfriend. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I think you're a phenomenal person. I just don't like that movie. All right. A couple's costume. Cool or boo?
I think cool.
I think cool.
I'm trying to think of like a couple's costume that I think would be dumb.
Well,
but I'm not coming to mind. So maybe you'll fill us in.
I'll say cool. What's the monkey's paw?
But it's a sexual innuendo. Like those ones where it's like a plug and a socket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or the bun in the oven and the baker. Those ones are also not my favorite. Yeah. That's when I think it goes too far for me. The bun in the oven one, I feel like there's so many fun things you can do with a pregnant belly. Why would you do that? I heard this one couple talking about having the woman who was pregnant be like her stomach is the head of Mike Wazowski. The guy was gonna be Sully. I love that. Like that's so fun.
I was just thinking of the couple's costume where it's like the dude's a baseball player and they like put a baseball on like the belly.
Oh my God.
So are they not keeping the baby?
Yeah, that's right. It's so scary.
Baseball's out, mate. Knock it out of the park.
Okay, you found a worse one than bun in the oven. Holy shit. Wow. Alrighty. What do you think is the best couple's costume that you've seen?
I don't know the best couples costume, but I just saw this TikTok about a bunch of couples and it was like rhyme or reason. So the costumes just had to rhyme with each other,
Yeah.
and it was very creative for
That's
the most
fun.
part. Like not everything was creative, but largely it was very clever.
What was like a fun one from that?
I'm really blanking on them now.
That's
The I don't know if you've seen this trend, but it's like a costume party where then people go to the bathroom and are like, I think this costume is going to get the drunkest tonight. So
Oh.
they just kept repeating the same people, so now I don't remember what the actual costumes were.
Fair.
I'd have to re-look at the video.
Oh my god. Yeah. I love a good if you can like make a pun out of two people. That's hilarious. Oh, like I saw like one couple ago is like a lion's mane, but one person dressed up as a lion and one person dressed up as the state of Maine. I think that's so goofy. Alrighty. A man. Cool or bull?
What?
This one's my favorite.
Just being like the cool.
No, a man.
I'm gonna go strong bull on this.
I was gonna say cool. I don't know. Maybe he's a
Going
cool
bull.
dude.
But it's a golden retriever gamer boyfriend.
Cool.
Cool. Oh man. We talked about that a few weeks ago. And that's what
Not on the podcast though.
No, not on the
No.
podcast. In our own separate lives.
Reference things the audience didn't hear.
Well, now they can. Golden retriever gamer boyfriends are the best men. For those uninitiated, bisexual women love a golden retriever gamer boyfriend. And those are like fun guys who are gamers and sweet. It's a trope, but it's a trope for a reason. Halloween, cool or bull?
Cool.
Cool.
I think it's cool. My mother
solid.
is well, sure, it's New Year's Eve. But my mother is for my entire life been referred to as like the Scrooge of Halloween. Like she's just always kind of hated it. Not for like any sort of like sad reason or like anything bad. Like there's nothing that I think caused her to hate it. I think it's just her least favorite holiday. And I think that's given me like slightly less of an appreciation of it over the years. Because it's like it's Halloween. And, like I got like the fun parts of it being a child, but then I also had my mom being like, Halloween's so dumb. She didn't
That's so
actually say
great.
that, but
Decorations are fun. Costumes are fun. Candy is always great.
so here's the thing. I don't like the decorations. That I get about my mom. Pumpkins are nice. I like pumpkins.
Pumpkin carving.
Yeah. I never carved a pumpkin.
Really?
but I've never carved a pumpkin.
You should do it, yeah.
I want to. That's on the bucket list for sure. But we always painted ours. So we were tiny children not to be given knives.
Well, that's why you have the child like draw, and then the adult can cut it for them.
You didn't do that.
I
Um,
really-
And then you can let the kid like get their hands in to take all the pumpkin
Grab
guts
the
out,
little
and that's
Yeah.
still fun. My family always had like a pumpkin carving party.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I would just do it one day. I haven't done it in the most recent years, I don't think.
Uh-huh.
But I really peaked with it in 2016.
Oh my god, would
Maybe
you
it's
cut?
2015. I carved Kylo Ren because Star Wars either had just come out or was
Yeah.
coming out.
Do you have a
It was-
picture?
Oh, I don't.
Oh,
Probably not. Probably somewhere on this computer. I
Okay.
can find it after, maybe.
Yeah, definitely send it to us whenever you find it.
It was pretty impressive, but also it had like a lot of very like fine lines, and so it really like did not hold up very well. And the
Oh.
worst is when you carve a pumpkin and you have to throw toothpicks in it in order to like support the
Yeah,
integrity
to
of it.
support it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know people do that.
Well, 'cause it can't be too thin, otherwise it'll just fall.
That makes sense. Yeah, okay. Checks
And
out.
so that one just took a while. I think that one probably took 3 hours. And ever since then, I've gotten like very like easier ones. Like I think I did Mickey Mouse after that because that was very easy.
Yeah, totally.
Because it was like the ears and the top of his head, and then like the eyes were different.
Okay, nice.
But yeah, since
So
then
you
I've
do
really
that kind of
scaled
like
back.
fancy one where you like don't go all the way through it, huh?
Oh no, I don't do that. I'd go all the way through it. But like I've never done the like shaving ones. Those are neat, but I've heard that's like a lot of work to do.
It sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah. But I enjoy it.
It seems really fun. It's definitely something I want to do. Maybe next year we'll do a pumpkin carving podcast. Not sure how that would work ever logistically, but you know what? Maybe.
Just you, audience, imagine that we're carving pumpkins.
Yeah.
Nothing would change, but you are enlightened by the idea of pumpkins being carved.
We have the camera up like at our heads, and we're like, guys, we're totally carving pumpkins over here. Like,
surprise! We've been carving pumpkins this whole time.
That would actually be a hilarious reveal.
Pumpkin guts are all over my laptop.
Everywhere. I do want to do it specifically also because I love pumpkin seeds. They're very tasty. Yeah.
I'm really surprised then that you've not.
I've just gotten the bagged ones, like prepackaged pumpkin seeds. But like, I know that you can make them like easily by just putting like olive oil and seasoning and roasting it.
And you get a lot of pumpkin seeds from carving pumpkin. It's also like very cold, the inside of a pumpkin.
It's cold?
Mm-hmm.
Very cold, yes.
And
that's weird.
And slimy, yes.
Okay, you're making it sound less appealing if it's cold and slimy.
Fun.
Okay,
it's fun
I'm back on board.
It does make a big mess too, but
just lay down like a tarp. And you're
yeah,
good.
I always cut a garbage bag in half and then lay it out, and then just throw all the guts on the garbage bag.
Yeah.
And when I'm done, I just pick up the pumpkin, put it somewhere else, and then just gather up the garbage bag and toss it.
That's smart. Yeah. No, it's definitely on the bucket list for sure. It'll happen at some point. This year I got a really tiny pumpkin, and I was so excited. It's real cute. I do like tiny pumpkins. I don't know if I could carve a tiny pumpkin though. Do people carve tiny pumpkins?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I know how tiny.
Well, yeah, maybe not as tiny as the one that you got, but smaller pumpkins for sure. We always carved a tiny pumpkin.
Okay.
With like basic like.
Little like classic design, but, right. Okay. Well, maybe we'll do it. The butt for the Halloween was what was it? Oh, but you have to give candy to trick-or-treaters.
That's great. I would love to do that.
That's fine.
Okay.
We would always like set up a fire pit in our driveway and like do a cookout,
delightful.
And then also give out candy. So
yeah, this was gonna be a bowl for me. Took it from
the
bowl.
You don't. Very anti-fun on this podcast.
I'm so sorry. Kids in costumes. It sounds way more annoying than regular kids.
That's so great. You get all
Margaux
these kids proud of their little costumes.
Yeah.
I'm
doesn't give out any candy when people knock.
To be fair, no one knocks in our apartment complex. Like, we don't do Halloween here because it's an apartment complex, not like a neighborhood. I think some like houses might like put out a bucket or something, but I think it's generally like college students and up living here, so it's not like a thing. But I think I would be fine with it if I wasn't alone, which I think in this scenario I was imagining like you specifically are tasked with the job alone. If I like had another person my age and not just random kids' parents, like doesn't even have to be my age, it could be like someone just that I know. like around. I think it would be fun. But I don't think I could handle like a whole night alone of kids just being like, I'm a mouse. Like
just see a bunch of miraculous ladybug costumes.
That I would love. That I would be like, spots on.
Margaux will sit at home, sees regular people trick-or-treating, no. Sees someone as Cat Noir or Ladybug, they get tons of candy. Jack
They get all
Skellington,
the candy.
little kid comes
I
up as
take
Jack
their
Skellington.
candy.
Yeah.
Candy tax.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Learn how the American tax system works, kid. Oh, here, you get all the big candy for having a good costume.
Yeah.
Learn an economics lesson here, too.
I think the thing is like when I like nannied, the kids would like dress up or whatever because that's something kids enjoy doing, and they would just constantly tell me what they were. I was like, I have eyes, I know this. Like they're wearing like a little Superman outfit, and they're like, I'm Superman. I'm like, yeah, you sure are. And they're like, well, I'm Superman. It's like, yeah, kid,
They're so proud of it.
you're Superman. And they're like, I'm Superman. And you're like, I get it, you're Superman. And they're like, guess who I am? And I'm like, Superman. And they're like, no, Superman. And I'm like, oh. You can't win. Yeah. Sorry, that was not fun on this episode. What rained on y'all's parades? Other than kids.
I have one. This is a classic college experience right here.
Ooh, let's
Okay.
hear
So
it.
that was my last year as a still in college. So as a quick aside, I was part of a Zoom presentation panel thing for Ioana, friend of the show, as part of the history club from our undergrad. So I was doing that, and then almost as soon as that ended, like it ended, 5 minutes later, fire alarms went off.
No.
So never fun. I
Ah,
was actually calling my girlfriend at the time, and I had a whole debate of like, do I even go? And I was like, no, okay, that's stupid. I have to leave the building.
like the one time you don't go is the one time it's actually a fire. Like,
Yeah. But it was a really massive emergency response. There was like 3 fire trucks, 3 or 4 ambulances, like 5 cop cars, but they all left so quickly. Like
Ugh.
fire alarms went off, all these emergency vehicles there right away, and then I was just waiting in my car. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, and now they're all leaving, and then only like 2 fire trucks stayed behind for a little bit longer, but then they too were gone after like 20 minutes, so I'm sure it was nothing.
Yeah. Maybe just like a smoke alarm that went off in a weird way or something.
You know, classic
Yeah.
college of like
Someone pulled it.
burning mac and cheese or something, like
Yeah.
usual college shit.
Forgot to put the water in. Oh my god.
Mm.
That I will never understand is the people who like forget to put the water into like those like either ramen things or like the mac and cheese cups or like whatever. Because like yeah, it's gonna be a fire. You're just heating up dry noodles. Like oh my god.
That or we had the people who overstuffed the laundry machines, and so
Yeah.
they smoked.
Yeah.
That happened a lot when Ryan and I were on the same floor.
Yep.
Whole time.
That did happen a lot. Yeah.
It happened like
We
yeah,
had like 3 fire drills that
yeah, it's
year.
like 3 or 4.
Oh man.
I remember it happening a lot, but then it happened like twice in one weekend. It was the one weekend I wasn't there. And I was like,
Yeah.
sweet, missed all of that. It was also like during the day though, so it wasn't as annoying.
Yep.
Yeah. That's fair. I had like my trip, which was wonderful. It was like peak fall season. So like all of the trees were gorgeous, and it like everywhere we looked, it just like looked like a painting. And it was so phenomenal. And like we it was like a state park that had like one really really big waterfall and then like a few other like smaller ones and this one little tiny cute baby one. But like whenever we were at some of them, there were also like lots of dogs there, like with people, not just on their own. And they were just having the time of their lives. And there was this one dog that like just like completely flopped into the water and was like just thriving and thrashing around and like just having fun. And then his owner was like, "You want to get out?" And he like jumped out and got so excited about getting out. And it was clearly just like a dog that enjoyed living. Like he was just like happy to be around. Absolutely gorgeous time. So that's a happy one. What about you, Ryan?
I was annoyed today. So I went in to talk to one of my teachers because, well, two things. One, my laptop, like, has started breaking, like, physically at the corner. Whenever I, like, open it, the corner, like, by the hinge pries up. And when I close it, gets really bad and, like, pries up probably about, like, 2 centimeters.
Oh,
It's not great. So
that
I
sounds
contacted
bad.
HP because it was still under warranty. They're like, yeah, send it in.
Yeah.
So I'm sending it in tomorrow, and it's gonna be gone for a week, which really sucks.
Yeah,
But yeah,
great for school.
is annoying. So that's one thing. But then
Yeah,
the second
totally.
thing is I went in to talk to one of my teachers because I had a question about the homework, and I was also gonna tell them like, hey, I did like all the work for next week ahead of time because I'm not gonna have my laptop. I was
Yeah.
like, is there anything else? And like, what should I do if something else, like, if we have
Comes up,
another
yeah.
assignment comes up?
Mm-hmm.
And like went in to talk to him. I had scheduled a meeting with him. He set up the time because I was like, I'm available in the morning. So he's like, all right, 11 o'clock, come in. And I was like, okay. So I come in at 11. He is not there.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Does not show up for 30 minutes.
30
Jeez.
minutes?
Because he set it for like a 30-minute time block. He showed up at 11:30 when the meeting was supposed to end.
Oh,
And
God.
I was like, hey, where were you at? He's like, oh, I got distracted with something. I was like, okay.
Oh,
I
you're
like
gonna get
emailed him
this?
twice.
Oh, my God.
It was rough.
Oh.
And then like I was asking him questions and stuff. And
Yeah.
I don't know that he meant it to be this way, but he's like, Ryan, I could see you as the type of person of working at a job for 35 years. And I was like, he said it in such a negative manner. I was like,
Yeah, that doesn't
is that
sound
a bad
like
thing?
a compliment.
Like, what?
That sounds so mean. It's weird.
I
'cause
just
can't
had a question
pinpoint
about
what's
the
mean
homework.
about it, but it sounds mean.
I didn't want my fortune being told.
Oh, jeez. He pulls out the crystal ball. Oh my God.
Starts laying out tarot cards.
Yikes.
You got the fool. Sorry.
God. Yeah, well, what a world.
What a world indeed.
This has been Cooler Boo. Everybody's favorite game show. Well, you know, watch out for kids, especially if they're dressed up like a Nightmare Before Christmas character. Have a sunny Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.